Dear student, in this lecture we will discuss regression. Simple regression. One of the main purpose of curve fitting is to estimate one of the variable, the dependent variable, on the basis of another variable, which is called independent. This process of estimation is often referred to as regression. इस process को हम क्या कहते हैं? Regression. If y is to be estimated on the basis of x by mean of some equation, we call this equation a regression equation of y and x, and the corresponding curve a regression curve of y and x. The variable intended to be estimated or predicted is termed as dependent variable, and the variable on the basis of which dependent variable is to be estimated is called the independent variable. For example, if we want to estimate the production of a crop on the basis of the amount of fertilizer used, the production will be dependent variable and the amount of fertilizer would be independent variable. The values of the independent variable are chosen by experimenter and are assumed to be fixed. On the other hand, the dependent variable, whose values are determined on the basis of independent variable, is a random variable. If x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable, then the relation described by a straight line y is equal to a plus bx is called linear relationship. When only two variables are involved, the analysis is referred to as simple regression. If there are three or more variables involved, the analysis is known as multiple regression. Linear mean straight line. Note that in linear regression, the dependent variable is always quantitative. Calculate the best fit line for a certain set of data. The regression line make the sum of the square of the residual smaller than for any other line. Regression equation describe the regression line mathematically, intercept and slope. Method of least square. By using the least square method, a procedure that minimizes the residual vertical deviation of plotted point surrounding a straight line, we are able to construct a best fitting straight line to the scatter diagram point and then formulate a regression equation in the form of y hat is equal to a plus bx. लीनियर इक्वेशन है, इसमें जो ये हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन आप देख सकते हैं ये है चेंज इन x और वर्टिकल लाइन ये जो है ये चेंज इन y, b हमारे पास ये स्लोप डिनोट करता है, ए हमारे पास जो है ये y इंटरसेप्ट है। Properties of least square regression line. The least square regression line has the following property. The least square regression line always passes through the point x bar, y bar, यानी mean value of x and y, the mean of the data. The sum of the deviation of the observed values of yi from the least square regression line, fitted line y hat, is always equal to 0. अगर इसका हम सम ले लें और दरमियान में सब्ट्रैक्ट ले लें तो ये हमेशा 0 के बराबर होगा. The sum of the square of the deviation of the observed value of yi from the least square regression line is a minimum. ये minimum होगा. The least square regression line obtained from a random sample is the line of best fit. Standard deviation of regression or standard error of estimate. To observe the observed value of x and y do not all fall on the regression line, but they scatter away from it. The degree of scatter of dispersion of the observed value about the regression line is measured by standard deviation of regression or standard error of estimate of y and x, and is defined by syx is equal to under the root y minus y hat whole square divided by n minus 2, where y hat is equal to a plus bx is the estimate regression line. An alternative form is given by syx under the root summation y square minus a summation y minus b summation x y whole divided by n minus 2. Example, in experiment to measure the toughness of a spring, the length of the spring under different load was measured and are given in the table. Find the least square regression line of y and x. What is the predicted length for load of 30 pound? x लोड जो है पाउंड्स में ये गिवन है 3, 5, 6 एंड सो ऑन. y जो है लेंथ है इंचेस में गिवन है 10, 12, 15 एंड सो ऑन. The estimate regression equation appropriate for the predicting the length y given the load weight is the y is equal to y hat is equal to a plus bx, where b is this. From the given data we have summation x, summation y and summation x square, summation xy. Putting these value we get b is equal to 1.02. Now a is the mean of y. a बराबर होता है mean of y minus b into mean of x. Mean of y is equal to 220 divided by 10. y का क्वांटिटी आप देख लें और होल पे डिवाइड कर लें which is equal to 22. and mean of x का क्वांटिटी 130 divided by 10 which is equal to 13. So a is equal to 22 minus 1.02 into 13 is equal to 8.74. Hence the required estimated regression equation is this. Predicted length for load of 30 pound is 8.74 plus 1.02 multiplied by 30 is equal to 39. तो ये हमारे पास आंसर आ गया. थैंक यू सो मच.